team. There is no failure, only feedback. Today, I'll be playing the role of a general evaluator. You can call me as an inspection officer because I'll be assessing the nitty gritties of the meeting. When we talk about feedback, we always think that feedback always means negative. But as a general evaluator, my duty is not only to highlight the improvement areas as well as to outshine the areas that we are outperformed as a team today. And as a general evaluator, my whole feedback and my whole evaluation would be incomplete if I don't have a team. So I do have a team who's going to support me and make this evaluation as seamless as possible. So first, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Vivanshu, who's playing the timer role. Toastmaster Lakshya, who's playing the timer role. Good morning. Sorry. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. I'll be playing the role of timer today. As you know, time management is the most important skill that one has to learn to grow in their life. And this is what I'll be evaluating today. We have three parts: prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. Prepared speeches will happen between 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show green card on 5 minutes, yellow card on 6 minutes, and red card on 7 minutes. For table topics, it will vary between 1 to 2 minutes. For 1 minute, it would be green card, 1.5 minute yellow card, and for 2 minutes on after completion of the time, it would be red card. For evaluators, the time would vary between 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes for on 2 minutes I'll show green card. On 2.5 minutes I'll show yellow card, and on 3 minutes I'll show red card. These are the three cards that I'll be showing to the speakers and evaluators. I hope it is visible for the online audience also. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. So next, as the evaluator, we do have Toastmaster Vivanshu, who is playing the role of our counter.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dikshita. Thank you. So good morning, everybody, fellow Toastmasters and the guest.
Good morning.
Yesterday night, I was listening one greatest speech of all time, which is "I Have a Dream" from King Martin Luther. One of the things I noticed in his speech, like there was no filler word, there was no repeated word, and even if he was using something repeatedly, he was using intentionally, which was creating his speech more effective and influential. And that is why we like to listen these kind of speeches again. So I will not beat around the bush. Let's come to the point that today I will be playing a great role, which is the role of a counter. And my role is not just to find mistakes in all of your speeches. I am helping you as a person to improve your speeches by finding the repeated word, the finding the filler words, and to make sure that you are using correct words. So there are few repeated word and the phrases sometimes people like to use, like like, so, I mean, actually, basically, literally, right, okay, okay. So it's fine when you're using it intentionally to make your speech effective, but if you're repeatedly using, I'll make sure that I'm writing it down. And at the end of the speech and all, I will come back again on the stage and I will share my report so that you can improve. And I would like to say best of luck to all of you. And till then, do your best, and I will come back again. Thank you.
Wow. What a lovely introduction from Toastmaster Vivanshu for the R counter rule. And last not the least, I would welcome Toastmaster Harsh, who would be playing the role of grammarian.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Today, my role as a grammarian is to note good and bad uses of the language. good and bad uses of the language. And I will also present all of this in the end of the meeting when called upon. It's also my job to introduce the word of the day and idiom of the day, which are as follows. Word of the day is epiphany, which is sudden realization when you suddenly understand something in a new or clear way. Example can be while staring at the night sky, she had an epiphany about what she truly wanted to do with her life. Idiom of the day is to beat around the bush, which means to avoid talking directly about the main topic or the issue. Example can be stop beating around the bush and tell me what really happened. I highly encourage all the speakers to use this in whatever manner you can. And to online and offline audience, whenever someone is using it, give it a thumbs up. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh, for the lovely introduction. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Nirusha, to introduce the evaluators. Thank you, Toastmaster Nirusha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dikshita. Okay, as we introduce all our role players, and the next session is going to be a prepared speech. But before that, I would like to ask one question from all of you. So anyone can answer. What is the most unrealistic dream you had as a child? Any kind of dream, even it is the silliest dream that you ever had. Like, for example, I had a dream that I want to be a Spider-Man when I was a child because I can jump from one building to another. I can just escape from my home so I can reach there. So, anybody who can try out this question, what is the most unrealistic dream you had as a child? Anyone?
Maybe we should just give 1 second. I think there is some hassle coming. Let's try to resolve that.
Sorry?
1 minute, Nirusha.
Can you hear me?
Whatever.
Yes,
Yeah, we can
yes.
hear you.
Nirusha,
Okay,
you can just
so
go ahead.
okay, I stopped sharing the screen because I think it's lagging. Okay, let me ask the question again. Anyone can answer, like, what is the most unrealistic dream that you had as child? Anyone? Okay. Toastmaster Rashmi, you can.
So I wanted to be Rapunzel from the movie Tangled. She has really long hair and she used to wander around the hills and the gardens. Wanted to be that because I used to watch that movie a lot. So that is
Thank you
one of
so
the
much.
unrealistic.
Yeah, we all when we were like kid, we always have these crazy dreams that should come true, but it's okay. So, okay, it's time to move to the next session. We have three speakers with a dream of like giving speeches where we Toastmasters, we always dream to do speeches. And today we have three prepared speech. To introduce the first speaker, I would like to invite Toastmaster Arindam, who is a mechanical engineering graduate and postgraduate diploma in supply chain management, having 22 years of work experience in rotating machines and industry. A passionate explorer of life, and he finds joy in music and books and discovering new places, movies and sports, and being with his friends. So, when inspiration strikes, he shares his thoughts as a casual blogger, an eternal optimist with a never say die attitude. So, I would like to invite Toastmaster Arindam to introduce the first speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Nirdusha. My target speaker, Toastmaster Ayushi, is having Project Pathway Visionary Communication, L3, elective project using descriptive language. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice writing a speech with an emphasis on adding language to increase interest and impact. Timer, kindly note that the speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Ayushi. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Nidusha.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So our first speaker is going to be Toastmaster Aishi. This is a level 3 project, and the title is Between Two Doors. Between Two Doors, Toastmaster Aishi. Toastmaster Aishi, Between Two Doors. Over to you.
I took off the painting from the wall, started to wrap up in a bubble wrap, and placed it in a cardboard box. Ma'am, the kitchen and the bedroom are done. The lead movers packers guy said. These guys are moving at the speed of light. By noon, the house where I grew up is empty. I asked my brother Aditya, hey, let's go to the home once and check before we leave. We go there, and our footsteps are louder this time, and our voices echoing. It feels as if nostalgia hit like a bus. I close the door behind me and step outside. The truck outside, it has now unloaded with our furniture, and it has 50 taped boxes in it. We are moving to a new house. The highway stretches ahead, and my brother is driving. He's lost in his thoughts. My mother is staring outside the window, and I am sitting at the back, wondering whether I'll be able to make new friends in this place, whether I'll be able to find a nice coffee shop where I could go every evening, and even for an evening walk, will there be a good enough park where I could walk? I'm lost in my thoughts. The highway stretches ahead, and we come to the outskirts of New Delhi. We reached, and the truck that carried all of our furniture and the boxes is already there. I step outside and I see 3 familiar but unexpected faces. They are my childhood friends. You are late, Ayushi, and you were supposed to be here by 2. Yeah, the packing took a little longer. The keys, they're in my hands, and my hands are trembling. Come on, open the door, let's go inside, Yash says. I lock, inside the key in the lock, and the door swings open. We unload the truck, and one by one, the movers and the packers guys, they keep the furniture in the corner room. Aditya and my friend Anya, they pick up the boxes, and one by one, they are keeping it inside. The refrigerator is so heavy, Aditya cries as he goes from the ground floor to the first floor to keep it in the room. Plug the refrigerator first in the kitchen. I don't want the milk to spoil, my mom yells from outside. She's more worried about the milk getting spoiled. Then Yash and the movers, they are dragging the refrigerator. And Yash complains, my back hurts, it's so heavy, I have to climb it all to the first floor. And my knees hurt, I have climbed the stairs so many times, Anya says. As she places the last box inside the room. The doorbell rings. Do we have more boxes to unload, really? Anya squeals and answers, no, this is not the box. I ordered food for us. In one of the boxes, I opened it up to pull out the paper plates and the forks and the knives. I served chicken and rice for all of us. And we eat and we laughs on the floor when we're sitting in a circle. This is the best meal I've ever had, my brother said, and we nod in agreement. I can see Mom imagining. We should place the bookshelf here, and the sofa will be here. Really, you want to do us right now? No, we'll do it tomorrow. As I sit there and I take my first bite, I think that these unfamiliar walls, they don't feel unfamiliar now. The people who have been there with my childhood are here helping me create a fresh start in these unfamiliar walls. They were there the very first time when I first learned to cook. They were there when I first learned to ride a bike. And today they are helping me move to a new place. I call my friends, my family home. I call you people my home. And between the journey from one door to another, I have seen that home is a feeling. It's not an address that or the walls that see you grow up. It's the feeling who you are with. Someday, sometime, I'm sure you would move to a new place or go somewhere. You would have to leave behind everything. But trust me when I say this, you will find a way. You will keep moving forward and you will find a new home. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ayushi, for this engaging speech. And moving to the second speaker, to introduce the speaker, I would like to invite Toastmaster Ayushi again to introduce the first speaker. Before that, I would like to give a small introduction about herself.
Nidhisha, we might take 1 minute to take feedback from everybody.
Yeah.
I thought it's for the speech, the introduction she asked. I'm the speech anyway.
It also give my name to the speech. Very so he give a standard introduction.
Time. We need to check time for 1 minute.
Yeah. I think Nidhisha over.
Yeah, it's over. It's 1 minute is over. Yeah.
Check next time.
2-3 times over.
I think the 1 minute is over, yes?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So as we are moving to the next speaker, I request Toastmaster Aishi to introduce the speaker. Before that, I would like to give a one introduction for her. 50 boxes, 12 hours, and 2 doors. Here is what the numbers don't tell you. Somewhere between unsealing the 50th box and opening a new door, I found out that the home was never about the house at all. So to explain further, we will contact Toastmaster Aishi for that. So Toastmaster Aishi, the stage is yours.
I guess the mystery. I unveiled the answer first. Anyways, thank you for the introduction, Toastmaster Nirdusha. Toastmaster Ashish is about to give his speech from the Path Engaging Humor, Level 3, Project 2. The purpose of the project is to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. The title is Are You a Millionaire? And the speech timings is 5 to 7 minutes.
Just anybody one request, if you could ask all of the people to turn on their cameras because it's an interactive speech, it will help. Thank you.
So, Toastmaster Ashish, are you a millionaire? Are you a millionaire, Toastmaster Ashish?
Answer is yes.
Just a moment, DMOD, before you start, I think there's something wrong here with the interface. Online audience, if you could tell, are you able to see us clearly? Is it better? Still, this is hazy for some reason.
Oh, yeah, the main one is hazy. Is it because of my laptop? It's better.
Yeah,
I think.
it's okay.
Now it's better.
It's okay. Online audience, can you see me well? Yeah.
Yes.
Can you see me well? Hear me well? Yeah, no, this one thing.
This one was better.
Wait.
It was Team Solo. Yeah.
Yeah, just a moment. Is this better in terms
This
of
is-
voice?
Exactly. This is better in terms of voice as well as audio.
Oh, excellent. Super. We see traffic something. All right. Okay. PMOD, if you could announce again, please, that will help. Nirdusha,
Yes,
announce the title again, please, that will help.
okay. So, Toastmaster Ashish, are you a millionaire? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I think,
Apologies. Yeah. Okay.
okay. Now I think online audience can see.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Can you see us, Nirdusha?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Toastmaster Ashish, are you a millionaire? Are you a millionaire, Toastmaster Ashish? The stage is yours.
Raise your hands if you would like to have more money.
I do it.
Ayushi doesn't. See, she's not raising her hand. She's my evaluator, so you can examine her. Yeah, I see most of you have raised your hands online, offline. Most of us would have heard this amazing quote of Wayne Dyer. When he says, if you give more, you will get more. Yeah. Do you all agree? Yeah. And then how many of you are ready to give me some of your money? Now we have one person. That's amazing. I'll connect with you. But I tell you, this never worked except for this time that we have a kind person in the room. Whenever I ask this question from people, I never get any hand raised. And Wayne Dyer perhaps doesn't know something about money. When it comes to our own hard-earned money, actually, we are pretty justified to be a little stingy and keep it close to our chest. Yes or no?
Yes.
To tell all of you who do not know about me that I am a chartered accountant, and over the last 25 years, I have been working like a money radiologist. And I'll tell you what it means. Today, I'll share with you my key learnings in order to take care of the ECG of our money. Be with me, and I'm sure you will have something to implement at the end of the speech. My dear Toastmasters and dear guests, you know, there are certain surnames, when you think about them, you know that they will have a lot of money. Yeah? For example, Ambani, Adani. The moment you think about them, you're sure they'll have a lot. And how about the people here? You know, what are the certain surnames where you think that they'll be millionaire for sure?
Ambani.
Here in our room, in our virtual audience, for instance, Ayushi Rai. I can bet she's a millionaire. Right. It's like the surname is dripping money, right? You know, this in Hindi we say Amiri tabak rahi. The richness is dripping from the surname itself. But for me, I was born, as some of you guessed, as millionaire. I was born in the family of Agarwals. And there is something unique about Agarwals, you know. They will always have a poor man's face. You know, looking at them, you can't make out whether they have any money or not. They might not have any also, but at least look at that, you can't make out anything. In terms of Agarwal, there is one peculiar rule that we have in terms of our life. And what that rule is, that we are very silent in counting our money. Top secret. And we are violent when it comes to lending our money. So don't even dare asking. And we are extremely benevolent in spending our money, but that's only on marriages. You know, the moment marriages are happening, then we open our wallet and spend a lot. When I was born, I was the first child in the family. And when I grew up, I asked my dad. He also had a poor man face, by the way. I asked my dad, Dad, we would have a lot of money, right? And my dad, he had the answer which was beating around the bush all over the place. I could not figure out anything what he said. But over a period of time, I did figure it out. We as a family were at the top end of the low income group. We were so rich that we could not beg. And we were so poor that we could not buy. And whenever I opened my wallet, it felt as if my wallet was like an onion. Each time opening brought tears to my eyes. There was hardly any money. But then as I grew up, I found this quote which said, if you are born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, it is your fault. Now, the ball was in my court. And that looked a little bit messy because I had no clue how to make money. But then I had epiphany when I had the seminar of Jim Rohn. And he inspired me to start reading. And that's when I went to books and I started reading a lot. And today I'll share with you some of the choiceful of learnings in terms of how to deal with your money better, how to grow money, and how to deal with the ECG of money, as I call it. And this comes from the book called Rule of Wealth, written by Richard Templar. And he has summarized it beautifully, and I have given it an acronym called ECG. Now, what this ECG is all about? Richard Templar says we should always try to earn E of ECG. Smartly, working hard. But to make sure we are working hard and smart, because one of it doesn't work. That's the E. Then Richard Templar say we should conserve our money by spending it extremely purposefully. That is, we are choiceful where we are going to spend, because nowadays so many distractions where we can just splurge our money. And last but not the least, we should grow the money by investing it wisely. These three sounds very simple, but I tell you, if you apply them in your life, you will be rich. And to give you an example, Warren Buffett's company gave a return of 20% in last 60 years. And the stock market has given return of 10% in last 60 years. With a return of 20%, in 60 years, 1 rupee has become 300. 1 to 300. Any guesses at 20% what that number will be? If at 10% return it is 300, at 20% what it will be? Any guesses? It is 56,000. And that's the difference it makes. And if you apply it, you can be rich too. But whether I am a millionaire or not, I'm not going to tell you today. Because I am an Agarwal, silent in counting, violent in lending, and benevolent in spending, but only in marriages. Back to you, Tia Modi.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashish, to give us a great advices to become a millionaire. So let's have 1 minute to share our comments for his speech.
One minute is over. Ridusha, start.
I think the 1 minute is over for now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay then. To move to the next speaker, I would like to invite the next evaluator, Toastmaster Ashish. Toastmaster Ashish, by profession, he is a chartered accountant. By passion, a Toastmaster and a growth coach. He doesn't just crunch numbers, but he helps people to unlock their potential both in business and real life. He believes transformation is a team sport and together we can win. So, Toastmaster Ashish, let's welcome Toastmaster Ashish to invite the next speaker.
Thanks, Toastmaster Nirdusha. Nirdusha, after that introduction, I think I should just go home and sleep. Yeah, that sounds quite flowery. Coming from you, the words are perhaps a little bit you have taken from the speakers, but you articulated it extremely well. Today, I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Sharmishta, and Toastmaster Sharmishta is pursuing her presentation mastery pathway, and she's in her level 2, part 3. And the topic she's attempting today is something that's close to perhaps all of our hearts. That's mentoring. So she's going to talk about introduction to mentoring, and she will cover a time when she was protege and cover about the importance of mentoring. So apart from the usual speech evaluation, I'll be specifically looking at this particular aspect. Toastmaster Sharmishta, wish you all the very best. Back to you, Tia.
You're on mute, Ridusha.
Mm. How can I see the timer? Timer play cards. How can I see them?
So,
Hello? Can you hear me?
can you see this card?
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
pin this window on.
Should I start?
Yes, can you
yes,
see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Yes.
Toastmaster Sharmishta, her topic is the other side of equality. The other side of equality, Toastmaster Sharmishta. The stage is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Can you see me, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. They say India is a land of goddesses, Durga, Saraswati, Lakshmi. But somewhere amid the all worship, one question keeps echoing in my mind. In a democracy where women have commissions, children have legal protection, even animals have guardians, why is there no commission for men? Strange, isn't it? Half the population, yet not a single official body to hear their cries. A few days ago, during Dashera, my mother received a call from one of our relatives, Uncle Ji, Kaku, as I call him in Bengali. Now, he is no ordinary man. A gold medalist mechanical engineer from Jadavpur University, currently director in a Navratna PSU. Calm, dignified, always the first to attend family functions. Genuinely gentleman. But that evening, his voice was trembling. He said, I can't take it anymore, Bodhi. I want relief. Relief from this woman. We were stunned. He told us his wife has an extreme case of OCD, constantly cleaning everything, never cooking, never joining him for festivals or even small talks. For last 22 years, she has refused vacations, social gatherings, and even conversations. He said, I have invested 85% of everything I earned in her name, but I can't breathe in this relationship, in this marital bond anymore. There was no violence, no dramatic or domestic crime that could be shown in a court of law. Just a slow, silent, emotional suffocation. And what struck me was this, that there are thousands of men living like this and they can't even speak. In the last few years, I have seen this pattern repeating, especially among gentle, decent, responsible men in upper middle class families in India. Even in my home state, West Bengal, the situation is worse, trust me. The more soft spoken, respectful the man, the more he is taken for granted. I once believed patriarchy only crushed women, but lately I have realized some women have learned to use patriarchy as a convenience. They demand equality where it benefits them and privilege where it doesn't. They are the real flag bearers of patriarchy wrapped in the banner of feminism. Now, please don't get me wrong. Crime against women are still terrifying and real. But today, my concern is the other side of the coin, the one we refuse to look at because it makes us uncomfortable. Do you know that in 2021, over 81,000 of married men took their own lives, and nearly a third due to family or marital distress? Men from 76% of the total suicides in India, yet we have no data, no helpline, no commission to track their suffering. We talk about equality, but even laws like domestic violence or workplace harassment protect only women. A man facing similar abuse is invisible in the eyes of law. We say, "Mard ko dard nahi hota," but behind that mature dialogue hides a culture that forbids men from crying, venting, or even asking for help. And that silence is killing them. Not dramatically, but slowly, every single day, every single moment. Even in my own family, I am kind of sensing it. My married brother, reserved gentleman, rarely shares what he feels. Maybe he thinks I am a man, I should handle it alone. Even as his elder sister, often I step back, thinking he must fight his own battle. If there are any, I don't know. But deep inside, I sometimes wonder, isn't the silence also a form of suffering? So, what can we do? We don't need an army of activists marching with placards. We need conversation at home, in workplaces, even here in this room. Men need to be told it's okay to speak, it's okay to feel, it's okay to walk away from toxicity. Secondly, Our laws must reflect reality, not gender bias. Make them gender neutral, whether it's domestic violence or workplace harassment, because truth has no gender. And thirdly, we must collect real data because what is not counted will never be corrected. You see, justice can't be gifted, it must be voiced. And that voice begins with awareness. So, to all men here, I say this, don't hide behind the armor of the false pride. You are not weak. If you say this hurts, you are wise. Don't tolerate a toxic boss, a manipulative partner, or a suffocating situation just because society told you that real men endure pain. That is not endurance. That is slow distraction, and that kills productivity of our economy. As a woman, I'm saying this with complete honesty. If a relationship, be it with your mother, daughter, wife, or boss, is draining your mental peace, don't romanticize your suffering. End it, work out, heal. Because sometimes it's better to live in an empty house than to live with a wild bull that charges in the name of feminism. Friends, when we speak about equality, let's remember it means balance, not bias. It means standing for both the woman who is unheard and the man who is unseen. Society often prides itself on protecting the vulnerable, but that promise rings hollow when half the vulnerable remain invisible. So, to every man who is listening today, don't wait for a commission. Don't wait for validation. Be your own voice, be your own savior, your own revolution. Because in the end, true masculinity is not suffering silently, it's in standing up for your own peace. A just society is not one that protects its women alone, but one that listens to its men too. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharmita. Wow, what a powerful speech that for the current society is highly needed one. So thank you so much again.
Thank you.
And let's have 1 minute to share your comments for her speech.
Captain PM Nedusha, 1 minute is over.
Okay, so thank you so much. For the next segment, we going to have table topic session where the dare session is going to happen. So I would like to call Toastmaster Rashmi to introduce the table topic session to us. Let's give a round of applause to her. The stage is yours, Toastmaster Rashmi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nadusha. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rashmi, your table topic master for today. So, before we jump into the most fun part of the section, I would like to introduce and give you a brief about what table topics are all about. So, basically, table topics helps us to think on feet, helps us to prepare for the situations where we are really not ready for it. For example, when your boss suddenly says that present this meeting, or what are your thoughts on this topic or the decisions that we are taking, or maybe uh, your crush walks in and you forget all your words and say hi, just hi. Or maybe your friend starts never have I ever game and you're a bit confused what you should talk about. So it helps us prepare for the situation we are not really ready for, and to help us speak confidently and impromptu, and so that we can do we don't what's the what's the idiom of the day, so that we don't beat around the bush and speak confidently. So, but today we have a little bit of twist in our table topics. I have chosen each of the topics tied to the Bollywood songs and dialogues. So, what you have to do is you have to, so there is a Bollywood dialogue or a song from a famous movie, and you have to think about it, share your thoughts, your personal story, or maybe someone else's story, and maybe just inspire everyone. So, let's start with the topic. Who is the biggest Bollywood fan here? Who wants to start first? Online audience, offline audience? Don't be shy.
Can you please repeat once?
What, Nirdusha? Sarvisha. Okay, so we are starting with the first topic, and and all the topics are related to the songs and dialogue based on the Bollywood movie. So you just have to share your thoughts, your personal story, or maybe someone else's story. So we are starting with the first topic. Who wants to volunteer?
Let me go first.
Okay, come. Process. So this song is from the movie Mr. India, and the song is
जिंदगी की यही रीत है, हार के बाद ही जीत है.
Over to you, Toastmaster Sagar.
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters and guest. Good afternoon. What a topic that you have given to me. I started my cybersecurity entrepreneurship journey 2 years back, and parallelly we are doing an event. Okay, 18 years I've worked as in various jobs in India and outside also, but I have never faced so much rejection that I'm facing in the event that I am doing now. Saurabh is here. He's with me for last 2 years, and when I was, when I was working, my my role was a CISO. A lot of people used to come to me, sir, please buy this, sir, please buy our services, please buy our product. But now when I've started this, especially the event part, I'm facing so much rejection. I was like, what is wrong I'm doing? My normal business, cybersecurity consulting business, was going better. But the event, I've been facing so much. I tried so many things, but failure after failure, rejection after rejection. So I was confused. I was a bit, nervous. But recently, we have cracked Sophos, we have cracked Arcon, and our event is, we're doing great, and we hope we'll be having a nice event, which is organized on 28th of November. So yes, हार के बाद ही जीत है. Thank you for the topic.
Thanks, Toastmaster Sagar, for sharing such an inspiring story. Yeah, of course, we sometimes need to trust ourselves and trust the process. Okay, moving on to the next table topic. Who wants to volunteer? So Toastmaster Vibhanshu is coming. Next, we'll have a volunteer from the online audience.
कुछ करिए कुछ करिए नच नच ने
Nas nas.
नस नस मेरी खोले कुछ करिए चक दे इंडिया.
This song is from the movie Chak De India.
Take a few seconds to think.
Yeah.
So yesterday night, I was thinking about changing my life. I was trying to know like what kind of actions I can take to improve my skills and to make my life more interesting. Sometimes it happens like we are running in a loop, like it was happening for me: job, sleep, go to office again, jobs, and everything, and then sleep. So I decided yesterday that I will start giving my time to reading and to other things so that improve I can work on my communication. Because it is also impacting my social life, and if I see in my professional life, I'm doing great if I talk about the customers. But when I'm talking to colleagues or when I'm talking in social groups, I am lacking. And when I'm asked to give presentations, obviously I'm making mistakes. So here I'm working, and that is why I'm also trying to be consistent here in Toastmasters, because that is what which is connected to my whole journey, even just in my social life and also when it comes to my professional life. So yeah, in my life, I believe like kuch kariye. That song has already started, because even when I was sitting here, I was thinking about that there are 60 days to start the new year. But I can start my new year from today. And I decided that it's not about starting from 1st of January, it's starting from 1st of November. I have 60 days and I'm gonna do something. So kuch kariye, I'm gonna start it. Thank you.
What an inspiring message for everyone to do something and take this October theory seriously, which Toastmaster Ashish had shared in one of his speeches. Okay, next from the online audience, who wants to participate? Anyone from
I
the
want to.
guest? Is it Monica? Guest
Uh,
Monica?
sh-
Sharmishta. Okay. It would be great if you can show your video.
yeah. Can you see me?
Uh, the screen is okay. Now I can see you. Okay, so I've drawn the slip for you. And your topic is from the movie Gully Boy. Can anyone guess the song? Yes, it is Apna Time Aayega. Apna Time Aayega guest Sharmishta.
Apna time aayega, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm thinking. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Can you see me?
Yes, you
Hello.
are audible and visible.
Okay. Every time I hear the line "Apna time aayega," I don't just think of Ranveer Singh rapping in Gully Boy. I think of every single person who has been laughed at, ignored, or underestimated, and still whispered to themselves, "Wait and watch." We all have our own gully, our own narrow lane of struggle, somewhere between rejections, emails, failed exams, heartbreaks, and people saying, "Tu nahi kar payega." We keep walking, brushed, but breathing. And then comes this one line, "Apna time aayega." It's not just a song lyric, it's an attitude, a psychological declaration of resilience. Psychologists call it growth mindset. When you stop saying, "I can't," start saying, "Not yet." When failure stops being an ending and becomes a training. You see, lions don't roar all the time. They wait, observe, prepare, because their roar means nothing without timing. And that what this line reminds me of. Your time doesn't come when you demand it, it comes when you deserve it. And when it finally comes, you don't need to prove your worth to anyone. Your success will speak in the same rhythm your struggle once cried. So the next time someone doubts you, just smile and say, keep watching, apna time aayega. Because you don't need validation, right? You just need patience. Your patience, my friend, is the sound of the destiny preparing your stage. Thank you, everyone. Hello?
Indeed, what a powerful message. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a powerful message. Your time doesn't come when you demand it, it comes when you deserve it. So
Thank you.
inspiring. Thank you so much. Who is coming next? Yes. What's your name? Imani. You can sing the song.
So, आशियन
Asha.
खिले दिल की उम्मीदें हैं बस।
अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी.
Thank you.
Okay,
Whatever the movie is.
I'll take the topic. So the topic is आशाएं खिले दिल की उम्मीदें हैं अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी नहीं कुछ भी. Over to you, guest.
Thank you. Whatever the movies may be, there is no mushkil, nothing. Nothing is impossible. I believe so. I'm really not familiar with the songs, but I understand the message behind these particulars. If we try to do something, if I believe something that I shall be able to do something, that might not be impossible for me to do. So the song, the person who has written it, I'm more interested on that particular side, not the song. Why the song has been written is to give the message, to give the message to the people that whatever you are thinking is impossible, that might be one day is possible. So the way the writer has communicated this particular message to the people has a bigger thought process that we hear from this particular message, that everything is possible. Somebody has explained today's past of November that I have taken a challenge that I shall be able to do it in next 60 days of time. So nothing is impossible. By the way, the writer has tried to pass the message, however, it has been convinced to the people. The person who sang it very well, maybe I don't know, I have not heard that song, but the message, I understand that if we try to do something, it's absolutely possible. Thank you.
Truly inspiring. There's nothing impossible in life. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. Anyone from the online audience?
Monica.
Monica. Okay, for you, it's a dialogue from the movie Kal Ho Na Ho, and it is हंसो जियो मुस्कुराओ क्या पता कल हो ना हो. हंसो जियो मुस्कुराओ क्या पता कल हो ना हो. Guest Monica.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
If you see somebody is in a cage and the person has got the key, but the person is not using the key, what would you think about the person? Anyone?
He loves the cage.
Right. But do we, in a way, try to feel why at all he is not using that key. So the point is, whenever there is a situation, we are ready to judge, we are ready to label the person, we are ready to make some imaginary perception about the person without even realizing what's going beneath it. And that sometimes is the reason the way people behave. Now, why I'm actually talking about is that people often behave sadistic, but do we really need to? We always have a situation in hand. We always have some action to take. We always have some failure which we will meet, no matter what. But if we operate from the energy of learning, from the energy of giving back and growing, we automatically connect with our own internal intuitions. And that's where we start to believe in ourselves, and then real happiness starts to appear. So no matter what situation is, you always have all the wisdom, all the clarity. All just you need to do is seek into that. That key is still with you. That person who is loving the cage, I think we all are operating from the same energy. We really love to feel sad and sorrow when there are some hurdles, but it's not really needed. We can still joy, go through that tough time, and then come out very positively, very strongly. So, what do you think? Next time when problem occur, would you smile at it or will you continue to cry? Back to table topic master.
What a message that we all have our keys to unlock the happiness and success that we really want to achieve. It's all about believing in ourselves. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Thank you so much, guest Monica, for sharing such a great perspective about it. Okay, timer, how much time we have? How many topics can we take?
We can do it till 1. It's
Okay.
12:47.
Anyone else who want to volunteer? We can take two more topics, yeah. So let's take one from the in-person audience and one from Zoom. Who is coming? Come.
The blue.
Blue one.
Favorite.
Preference. Give me some shine, give me some rain. Is it right or rain?
Give me some sunshine, give me some rain.
Three Idiots. One of the best movie ever. Thank you. The Toastmasters, India guest, you already know what the movie is Three Idiots. What the message is. Don't go for success. Don't run for success. Be so skills that success will come to you. And what he said, as a first table topic speaker, Toastmaster Sagar, he mentioned about Breach Brigade. Last for 1 year, we don't get any sponsor. But this Diwali, we got a sponsor from various companies like Sophos, Archons, Global Sign. But what I understand is that he uh, become like sorry, this okay, got it. Do your hard work and do a hard work and improve your skills. You will get definitely a success like Beach Wicket Company. We in previously we don't get any sponsors, but now we have a sponsor. This is the like hard work, sacrifice. We all the entire team did. That's the reason we get so forth like big companies, Arkans, and that's the movie Tell Three Idiot. Do hard work on yourself and improve the skills, and definitely success will come to you. That's it.
Okay, last one. From the online audience. Dipesh wants to volunteer. Dipesh, can you hear me?
Yes. Is it okay if I just deliver this without turning my video on?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm doing the slip for you. Okay, so this is also from Three Idiots, and the song is All Is Well. All is well, guess Dipesh.
All is not well. How come all is well? If everything goes so fine, then why we would discuss healing therapy or give me some sunshine, give me some rain. So we have to admit that all is not well. And if we lie to ourselves all is well, then probably we stuck in a loop of toxic positivity. And we don't actually address the problem which lies deep down within us. So if we lack luster, if we lack that aliveness in life, and yet we say that everything is fine, we kind of do those jobs we hate it. We kind of take up responsibilities we don't like it. We we have those conversations which feels mechanical every day at workplaces. So clearly not everything is fine. And if we say that all is well, then probably we are just being illusionary about it. The way forward is to actually admit the fact is all is not well. And when we are aware of that, when we are aware about our inner turbulences, there comes the healing part. Because that's how we can fix our problems when we understand them. Instead of just lying to ourselves that everything is well, then probably that creates a loop of toxic positivity, which I don't think is a very good idea. So let's admit the fact is all is not well and let's cry together. Because at the end of the day, it's just life. This is life. It shall too pass on. So just instead of laughing and crying inside, let's cry all together and then laugh it and embrace the life as it is. Back to you, Tabletop Master.
What a great message to not be in our delulu world and actually admit and address the things that are not going well in our life and take actions for it. Thank you so much, Dipesh, for sharing such a great perspective. Um, do we want to have one more table topic or are we done? Done? Okay. Thank you so much for such an engaging table topic section. And thanks everyone for participating and listening. Back to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rashmi, to conduct this engaging session. So we almost came to an end, like we are like moving forward to the end of today's meeting. And as you all know, today's session's theme is dream, dare, and do. So, dream, that part was done in by the prepared speech, and the dare session was done by table topic session, where we all tried new topics and we shared our thoughts under the topics that the Toastmaster Rashmi told us. And moving forward to the do session, before that, I have one question to ask from everyone that what is one do you keep postponing but must start as soon as possible? So this is the one question that I want to ask from everyone. Anyone can volunteer from online or offline. Where what is one do you keep postponing but must start as soon as possible? Anything? Anyone? Okay. Guest Monica, I guess.
Yeah, I think one thing I had been postponing is to go and meet other Toastmaster clubs that I started to do today. So that's one thing.
Oh, thank you so much. I think that's a good start. With the full of courage and motivation to start a new thing. Thank you so much. Anyone?
Shamishta.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, I want to start exercising for whenever I thought that I'll start. I think that I'll start exercise. I do it for 15 days or 11 days, then I stop. But every time I think, no, I'll continue for this life. But this time I am thinking it seriously. And also, again, I want to resume my classical dancing because I have been a trained classical dancer. But now, for the work pressure or the professional demand, I can't meet the schedule it needs or demands. But very soon I'll start.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, of course, exercising thing is a like trendy word nowadays. Go to gym, we have to be fit, but unfortunately, we always dream but never dare to do it. So thank you so much. So the next session is an evaluation session where now we will get to know what are the pros and cons of this meeting and the speeches. To introduce that, I would like to ask Toastmaster Dikshita, our general evaluator, to introduce the evaluator of the today's session. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nidusha. So let's start with the first evaluation part. So we'll start with the evaluation of the prepared speeches. So let's welcome Toastmaster Ayushi. Okay, sorry. Let's welcome Toastmaster Arindam to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Ayushi.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Dikshita. Can I have Toastmaster Ayushi on the dais, please, so that I can see her?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks. Toastmaster Ayushi, today I had the pleasure of stepping into a story that began with a simple image, two doors. Yet through those two doors, you led us to a beautiful journey which was rich in symbolism, moments, and emotion. The speech was very aptly titled Between Two Doors. And it was not just spoken, it showed and painted a vivid imagery and feeling. Let me take a moment to appreciate the artistry which you brought to the stage. There were many, I would just take the top three of those. The first part was cinematic storytelling. Your use of vivid imagery was exceptional. I could hear the moment, the truck driving. I could feel the moment, feel the tension when you talked about lifting the refrigerator up, hear the silence when you used the word familiar to unfamiliar. It was as if I was watching a short story which was playing on. And that ability to transport the audience is a master skill which you have. The second part, your speech has a great rhythm, just like music. You did not rush through. You let the moments breathe. Your pacing gave the words gravity and gave resonance to your message. And I would like to specially highlight the pause part. Your pauses were very well placed, and those were purposeful. At times, we always say silence is golden, and that's what you have proven in the speech by using those pause at the perfect moment. Third part was the body language. Your body language was very much open, and you maintained a connect with the audience. With the in-person audience, of course, it's difficult to see via stream to the offline to the online part, but with the offline audience which you had maintained a very good eye contact, and your gestures were not exaggerated. It was perfectly in sync with the speech. If I had two recommendations, I would take only two, which I feel can improve. The first part is you can anchor your speech with a signature phrase, or let's say a metaphor, because your speech or your project demands that. You had an exceptional message throughout the story, but consider crafting a signature message so that the audience can take home. For example, let's say use the word, the moment I found unfamiliarity, a familiar thing, or let's say the moment I found unfamiliarity, a familiar thing in my life changed. Everything changed after that. You can use that. And the second part was you use the stage with intention, but there is something called as anchoring spatial, which means for different characters or different stages of the story, you could use the stage which could add depth. For example, with respect to the characters, your friend, your mother, your brother, just use the stage. But overall, your speech was outrightly brilliant with great storytelling, rhythmic speech, great body language. Just work on the metaphor or signature phase and spatial anchoring, and you are good to go for the next one. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arindam, for the lovely evaluation for Toastmaster Ayushi. Now let's welcome Toastmaster Ashish, who would be basically Toastmaster Ayushi, who would be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Ashish.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Toastmaster Ashish, thank you for such an exceptional educational session. About two sensitive topics, actually. The first is money. Second, about last names. How much money do they have? I like that you have summarized the rules of wealth book and the valuable lessons that the book has had to offer. And you did it with a blend of personal story and the conversation between you and your dad, that was exceptional. You had a lot of quotes, and one of the quotes that filled me with hope was something along the lines of, when you're born poor, it's not your fault, but if you die poor, it is your fault. I really resonated with this quote, and I would like to use this quote on how I think we can make the speech even more relatable for the audience. Because first, I got to know that you are a chartered accountant by profession, and but I know it has a very specialized field which others may not be able to understand. So I would have liked you to use this quote of how you use this quote in your finances. Like, for example, you had the key phrase ECG of your life. Finances is ECG of your life. So how and the message of the book that you shared earlier, the spending habits, investments, and the ECG of your life. How did you use it in your life? I would have liked to know more about that. As a CA, I'm assuming it's easy for you to do the calculations. When you ask the calculation, if 10% of A is this, how much is 20%? And the room went silent. I challenge you to give this thing as an assignment to the audience, as a takeaway that would help them draft a plan or the calculation for themselves. And your inspiring story really, I think, motivated me and all of us to look back at our finances, read more about wealth, read more about money, and make investment plans. So, this brings me to my next point, which is, as a takeaway, you could possibly challenge your audience based on your story to make an investment plan for yourself as well. Just a thing that you could consider. Lastly, I really like that you used humor to explain such a difficult topic of finances, because I can't imagine relating the two together. It was really informational, very motivating when it comes to money, and especially listening to you about this topic from an expert himself. Thank you, and back to you, Anjali.
Thank you, Ayushi, for evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Ashish. Now I welcome Toastmaster Ashish to evaluate the last speech by Toastmaster Sharmishta.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Can somebody help me to pin Toastmaster Sharmishta on the screen? Hey, good afternoon to everyone. Toastmaster Sharmishta shared with us today the other side of equality. And I think when it comes to the topic, it was relatable to men and women alike, because we know how much equality and how much the whole piece of emotional intelligence, whole piece of emotional management is becoming relevant nowadays. When it comes to the speech evaluation for me, I thought it was a 10 on 10 speech. And I'll explain you what I mean by 10 on 10. Of course, there was improvement in areas which I'll come to. But why I say 10 on 10 speech? First, T is of topic, which was extremely thoughtful. And I thought Not only Sharmistha picked up a relevant one, but also she did a lot of research around it and presented the same to the audience. The suicide rate and how that is evolving, and how the data around such topics are so poorly managed as of now. Therefore, adequate decision making cannot be done. And I thought that was very thoughtfully done and very well done, Toastmaster Sharmistha. Second commendation of mine with regard to the speech is on the expression, which was extremely emotive. Whether it was the patriarchy that's hurting not only women but also men, or mard ko dard nahi hota, that is the men doesn't get hurt, but it's actually not true. Silence is killing them, not weakness, but sorry, I missed that word. The balanced but not biased. Instead of being biased, we should be balanced. A lot of emotive words were used by Toastmaster Sharmistha throughout her speech, and they were stitched together extremely, extremely well. And last, TEN stands for the nailing of the delivery part of it. Toastmaster Sharmistha, I felt that you have a screen in front of you from which you are reading. You were so comfortable about your content, and the speed of it and the way you were engaging with the audience was actually a testimony of that. I thought on that element you did extremely, extremely well. As they say, any good speech can go up to the great speech level, and I'll give you two challenges for your way forward. First thing first, I would encourage you to stand up in your delivery so that audience can see your hand gesture and your body language better. Second, since the purpose of the speech was with regard to the mentoring, I thought that element of you being as a protege did not get covered. So you might, while this was a great speech, you might like to cover that topic separately. Right. Overall, extremely well done. 10 on 10 speech, thoughtful topic, emotive expression, and you nailed it with regard to your delivery. If you deliver it by standing, making your expressions visible, and meet the purpose, you are on the way to become an extremely skilled Toastmasters. Back to you, General Guy.
Okay, now we are about to wrap up. Oh. Now, okay. So before I give my final evaluation, let me call the timer, Toastmaster Lakshmi, to give her report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dikshita. For prepared speeches, let me go on and tell how much time was used by everybody. For prepared speeches, Toastmaster Ayush has used 5 minutes 55 seconds. Toastmaster Ashish has used 7 minutes 27 seconds. Toastmaster Sharmistha has used 6 minutes 38 seconds. For table topics, which was for 1 to 2 minutes, Toastmaster Sagar has used 1 minute 51 seconds. Toastmaster Vivanshu has used 1 minute 28 seconds. Toastmaster Sharmistha has used 2 minutes 4 seconds. Guest Iman has used 1 minute 40 seconds. Guest Monica has used 2 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Saurabh has used 1 minute 27 seconds. Guest Dipesh has used 1 minute 40 seconds. For the evaluations round, which was for 2 to 3 minutes, Toastmaster Arindam has used 3 minutes 27 seconds. Toastmaster Ayushi has used 2 minutes 53 seconds. And Toastmaster Ashish has used 3 minutes 20 seconds. Overall, the timing was 30 minutes less or more for all the evaluators' prepared speeches and table topics. And we have made good use of time today. Thank you.
Hey, Lakshmi, who actually took the role at the last minute, and she did a fabulous job. Good job, Toastmaster. So let's move on to the next section of the evaluation. Let's welcome Toastmaster Vivanshu, who is presenting us the report of our counter.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dikshita. Wow, what an amazing day. To be honest, today you all proved that we are an amazing club. I could hardly find mistakes in all of you when you were speaking. So I will show you my report card. So for prepared speech, first of all, I will talk about Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster Nirdusha. So I took, I started evaluating his speech later on, but I could count only 10 words, and he used the twice. She used the filler word like we are twice. And for prepared speech, Toastmaster Ayush.
Just stopping you. If it is more than 5, you say 5 plus. So that,
5 plus.
yeah, if it is more than 5, you say 5 plus.
Sure. Thank you. And for prepared speech, Toastmaster Ayushi, she used 4 times. Toastmaster Ashish, he didn't use any mistake. I was trying to find it. Toastmaster Sharmitra, I think I'm pronouncing correctly. Samishra. She used twice. Good morning, she used as a filler like twice. For table topics, Toastmaster Rashmi, she used more than 5 times. And she used words like phrase for twice. She used few times. And for table topics, Toastmaster Sagar, and he used filler word as thrice, my twice, one. And for me, I used like twice. I might have used some other words, but I think she did right. Toastmaster Shamrita, she used thrice. Guest Imran, he used who twice, filler word I twice. Toastmaster Saurav, he became nervous, but I'm just feeling good because he at least took action and he did great. He used art more than 5 times, but thrice. And for future, I will say if you speak slow, it can be better. You will be making less mistake because what I noticed people are trying to speak fast, and that is why a lot of even I. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vivek, for such a detailed report. Now let's welcome the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Harsh.
Thank you. So today, as I mentioned before, my role as grammarian was to note good and misuse of the language. And today we have so many good speakers that the misuse part is blank. And I will just highlight some good uses of the languages. So Toastmaster Ayushi, nostalgia hit like a bus. I call my friends my people at home. Home is a feeling, not an address. I think the language use are very, very simple and comprehensive. And I think this particular speech must have struck a chord to those people whose father has a transferable job. And yeah, Toastmaster Ashish, if you give more, you will get more. Here's a quick recap about Agarwals. They have a poor man's face. They are silent in counting their money, violent in lending their money, and they spend like crazy in weekends. If you are born poor, it's not your fault. If you die poor, it's your fault. Rule of wealth, ECG, earning choice, grow. And the magic of compounding, the transition of rupees 1 into 56,000. Lastly, Toastmaster Sharmishta. India is a land of goddesses. Slow, silent, emotional suffocation. The other side of the coin. It's okay to walk away from toxicity. Truth has no gender. Don't romanticize your suffering. Equality means balance, not bias. Lastly, from the table topic section, your time does not come when you demand it, it comes when you deserve it. And I'm really happy that the word of the day and idiom of the day were used by most of the speakers. And thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh, for the grammarian report. And I would just like to highlight one thing, that when he decided to be grammarian, he also made sure that the word and the idiom day is presented to us on the previous night so that we are able to improvise the speech or impromptu anything accordingly. Thank you so much for that initiative, Harsh. Okay, let's now move on with my final report. So, first of all, I would request everybody not to cross talk when the meeting is going on. In case you want to answer phone, everything you want to step out, just wait for the transition. In case there's a transition between the speakers, and just step out, or if you want to re-enter, just it's the same thing. Okay. Toastmaster Nirdusha. Toastmaster Nirdusha, your theme was really good. Can I just spotlight you, Toastmaster Nirdusha? Can you spotlight yourself, Toastmaster? Yeah. Oh, so Toastmaster Nirdusha, your theme was dare, dream, and go. When we talk about your theme, I felt that there was some lack in terms of, I think you missed the presentation. I think there was some technical glitch. So next time we'll make sure that we take care of that. But I think you could have presented or you could have elaborated your topic a bit more because we could hear from you and it was more of like a speech marathon and table topping segment today. But next time I'm just work on that. Otherwise, it was a great theme. Secondly, when you introduced the speaker and the evaluator, I think there was just mix match of the introduction parts. So next time when you introduce a speaker and an evaluator, in case the evaluator and the speaker are the same, just make sure the introduction are aligned in terms of the roles and responsibilities. Now let's move to the table topic segment. Toastmaster Rashmi. Kudos to you. The way you interpreted the segment, it was amazing. And the topic you have chosen according to Bollywood, that was a great initiative because I think I have attended other Toastmaster club also. I have never seen this type of table topic. So kudos to you on that part. Toastmaster Sagar. Congratulations, you took the lead in table topic segment. I know people do fear when taking the first step, but you took the lead. And the way you represented the topic, you actually did justice to the topic because you are able to relate to your professional life and you gave us examples. So the story was beautifully woven. Thank you so much for that. Toastmaster Vivanshu, Kuch Kariye. What a beautiful message you have delivered while explaining the song. You mentioned that whenever you want to start anything in life, we should start right now instead of waiting for a particular day, particular year, or there's no muhurat for that. Just start from today. Live in the present and be at the moment and enjoy your life. Toastmaster Sharmishta, Apna Time Aega. Amazing interpretation of the song. You mentioned the time does come when you demand it, but it comes when you deserve. So you compared the song with a lion. Kudos to you on that. Toastmaster. Okay. Guest Iman. आशिया मिले दिल के आशाएं मिले दिल के sorry आशाएं मिले दिल के. Kudos to your efforts because I think today is the first time you have spoke as a impromptu speaker. You have actually played the role of an active listener because when you were explaining the topic, I could see that you didn't have a proper speech or there was nothing related to your personal or professional life, but you made sure that when you're delivering the speech, the topic, you actually listened to everybody and you summarized what everybody had said. Like there were three speakers before you and you have summarized beautifully all the three speakers' messages in your speech. That was a commendable job on that. And last, not the least, okay, sorry, there are two more speakers. Toastmaster Monica, Kal Hona Ho. Amazing start to the topic. No matter whatever the situation is, you made us realize that key to happiness belongs to us and we should use the key wisely. Toastmaster Saurav gave me some sunshine and gave me some rain. When you seem very excited when you actually listened to the topic. You started the topic really well. You, I think, got stuck in between, but then you have ended the speech pretty well. So kudos to you on that too. Yes, Dipesh, all is well. Dipesh, are you there? I think this is the
Yes, I'm
third
here.
time I'm listening to you this is the third time I'm listening to you as a guest, and every time you are on stage, you make sure that your message is spot on. Definitely, I didn't like the way you started in a pessimistic way. All is not well, but your message was spot on because you made sure that even though we can't laugh together, but still we can cry together. Thank you so much for your participation and the message as well.
Now let's move to the evaluation part. Toastmaster Arindam, thank you so much for taking up the evaluation at the last minute. And you followed this YASI approach pretty well. I love the way you explained the positives in the pointers. And those pointers were quite crisp. I like to highlight that when you gave the recommendation, you gave examples, like you presented the quote. So you spoke about a modulation. So that was that was pretty good. And best wishes for your contest. All the best. Toastmaster Ayushi, you shared a wonderful example while highlighting the positives. I really appreciate how you used a quote as a part of the recommendation. I loved how you engaged the audience also. When you're giving the recommendation to Ashish, the challenge to Ashish, you made sure the audience is equally involved and you gave a recommendation, you gave a challenge to all of us. So kudos on that. Toastmaster Ashish, you mentioned 10 on 10 and you have decoded well how it is 10 on 10. You made the recommendation quite simple and clear. And one fact I really liked about it, though the message of Sharmishta was quite strong, but you highlighted the point really well that her purpose was missed in between the speech. So that was kudos to you and overall it was a good meeting. Though I think we started a bit late, but I think we are almost about to wrap on time. And that's all from the general evaluator side. And now we'll start with the voting. Okay, so now we have a voting link that has been shared in the guest group. So do vote for your favorite role players. Can we hear feedback from our guest? Maybe from Sharmishta, can you just hear from you? How did you like the meeting?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
First, thank you, everyone. I want to admit that first time I am in this club, and but I'm not feeling that much awkward. You all are very warm and welcoming. I really like to appreciate that fact. And the best part is the hybrid setup because I live in Delhi, so not it's not possible to every week to commute to Gurgaon. So looking forward to join this meeting in future as well. I really like that setup, ambience, and the cooperative nature of this club member. Thanks a lot. Very nice meetup.
Thank you so much, Sharmishta, for joining us. Can we hear from our next guest, Arinda?
Thank you. It was a lovely meeting. The most important part of this meeting was the vibe and the energy which was carried out throughout the room by each of the role players, as well as starting with Sa and even the team mod. And Toastmaster Dikshita, we are brilliant in assessing the entire general evaluatory report. And looking forward to more such meetings where I can also present my speech or be an evaluator or take other roles. It was a lovely meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arinda. Can we hear from our guest, Zubin? Zubin, are you there? Okay. Can we hear from our guest, Nagma?
Hi, so this was a very enriching experience for me too. I feel like all the speakers made a lot of effort in their speeches, and I really look forward to being part of this group, this Toastmaster group in the like soon. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Nagma, for joining us on this Saturday morning. And can we hear from Toastmaster Monica?
Yeah, I think it was the right decision that I joined in this meeting today. Really loved all the speakers and really loved the engagement and a great experience all over. So looking forward to join this meeting in person, maybe in future soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Monica, for joining us. Hope everybody has voted for the favorite list. Okay, we have received the responses. Okay, so let's first go with the best auxiliary role player. Timer, Toastmaster Lakshya, Toastmaster Harsh, Toastmaster Vivanshu.
Any guesses? Toastmaster Vivanshu. Thank you. Best role player, Toastmaster Nidusha, Toastmaster Rashmi, Toastmaster Dikshita. Toastmaster Rashmi. Thank you. Best prepared speech speaker, Toastmaster Ayushi, Toastmaster Toastmaster Ashish, Toastmaster Sharmishta. Okay, I'm just spotlighting the winner. Toastmaster Sharmishta. Let's click a picture. Toastmaster.
I am
You have to
gratified.
do like this.
I am gratified.
So let's click a picture. Toastmaster Sharmishta.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nirdusha, can you take a picture? She's there.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Yeah. Sharmishta, just raise your hand like this.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I'll just.
Yeah. Okay, done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Sagar, Toastmaster Vivanshu, Toastmaster Sharmishta, guest Iman, guest Monica, guest Dipesh. So many great speakers today. I'll just spotlighting the person. Toastmaster Dipesh. Yeah, because he has not switched on the camera. Yeah. Dipesh, can you switch on your camera for a quick picture? If it's okay with you.
I'm not in a situation to actually do that, but anyways, thanks.
Congratulations. Thank you for joining us. Best evaluator, Toastmaster Arindam, Toastmaster Ayushi, Toastmaster Ashish. I think we don't need any guesses. It's Toastmaster Ashish. So as we wrap up the meeting, I just want to quickly announce one thing, that there are certain changes in the pathways in terms of enhancement. So now so from going forward from November, it has already started in October, but in our club from going forward in November, only prepared speeches will not make sure that you have finished your level. There are certain roles you have to take in each level. Like level 1, you have to take like timer, accountant, grammarian role to finish your level. Same is in level. There are changes in level 3 in terms of team on and I think mentoring. In level 4 also there are certain changes. In level 5 also there are certain changes. So in case you have not received the email pathway enhancement in your mailbox, just make sure you reach out to your mentor, or in case still not able to find it out, you have to reach out to your BP education, that's Toastmaster Prince, and make sure that you actually finish all the levels, prepare speeches and the roles, and we will be assessing it closely, me and Toastmaster Prince, and only then we'll be able to give your levels from going forward. Thank you so much everybody for joining us, and let's have a Zoom.
Since we have time today, I brought
Oh, yeah.
pen. Why don't we play it a little bit?
Yes.
Have a bit of dance and song and stuff like that. Are you game for it? Are you all game? Are you all game for a short session? I don't know how it will go. I'm touching this nearly after 2 years. I don't know how it will go. So
But we do have a talent in Eloquent.
I'll try. Since we have time. Since we have time. No, we don't.
Toastmaster and Ashish.
Yeah, just online audience, can you listen?
Wait,
Can you listen? Yeah, is it audible? Oh, great, fantastic. All right, so we will play a song. All right, who can we start? So you'll have to sing along with me. That's the condition. You can't just be observers, right? So you'll have to sing it. Correct? All of you with me?
Yeah, yes.
Online, everybody could turn on their camera, unmute themselves. And those who cannot turn on camera also unmute themselves. It's important to sing, okay? Yeah, all start. Ready? Ready, steady? Go.
Yes.
Start. Okay. All right, sorry. So I do one round and then you guys start singing in the second one. All done?
Can
Yes.
someone
Lyrics
make
all
some
all
videos?
of you know. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, we have a video.
Dikshita is making it, all right? So lyrics all of you know or we put it on the screen. एक प्यार का नगमा है.
We know.
Yeah. So I'll play once and then the second round will go. Ready to join? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
एक प्यार का नगमा मौजों की दवा जिंदगी कुछ भी नहीं तेरी एक प्यार कुछ भी नहीं तेरी मेरी कहानी
Wow.
Wow. Let's take a Zoom view after such an amazing session by Toastmaster Ashish.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
All of us. I touched it after 2 years. It didn't play exactly the way it should be, but that's the learning experience.
Right now. Toastmaster, Nidusha, our camera person. Where is Toastmaster Nidusha, our camera person? Oh, she's there.
Okay, are you guys ready? I cannot see Harsh, I guess. Harsh is not visible. Yeah.
Harsh, you can go.
Yeah, now okay.
It's in gallery view. You can Nidusha make it gallery view because spotlight view
yeah.
does not come well. Yeah, great.
Okay. Cheese. Once again. Done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Bye, guys.
everyone.